I'm not a nigga just like be hating because my man is on. It's for me to figure out how to get my bread and use the opportunity that he gives me, if he ever did give me opportunity, which he did, to take that opportunity to go to the next level, Look, you got to think about this, right? Or if Mase introducing me to Biggie, I'm here right now because I took every opportunity to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. I had to double back one time when my deal went bad at Epic, and then I had another friend in the business at that time named Dame Dash. And Dame Dash gave me one opportunity, and I took that opportunity. And I flipped it and flipped it and flipped it and flipped it. And that's it. I don't really hate on nobody. I take my opportunities and I look forward and try to make the best for me moving forward.
They tried to keep him out the room, but Cameron turned missed chances into millions. This is the real story behind how Mase and Dame Dash helped build a rap fortune that still gets talked about today. No sugarcoating, no industry fairy tale, just strategy, timing, and knowing how to flip every opportunity. Cameron breaks down what really happened when Bad Boy was running the game and Diddy was calling all the shots. He watched hits get made from scratch. He saw perfectionism turn into platinum sales. And he learned the money mindset that most artists never understand. While names like DMX, Jay-Z, and the notorious B.I.G. were already moving pieces on the board, Cameron stayed patient and played the long game. Now I'm about to let y'all hear this for yourselves, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I know this was out of Mase's hands back then, pause, about his album, but do you hold any, like, deep down inside, pause, what's that word, resentfulness, whatever, against Puff for not letting you get on Mase's first album? Did you ever feel a way towards Puff about that?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. Like, yo, listen, man. I used to be in the studio with Mase. And outside of, I think, DMX, maybe. Trying to remember Mase's first album. DMX, was Jay-Z on it? I don't know. GMX and Jay-Z, right? Outside of that, whatever Bad Boy artist, everybody else was Bad Boy. If I remember correctly, I was there when he was making his album. It wasn't an easy album to do. It could have been easy, but he had Mase doing verses over. Mase, like let's just use the song "Tell Me What You Want" from Total. Mase probably wrote that song 19 times. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but he wrote it over and over and over. Even though to me the first time was hot, but that was Puff to me. I don't want to say way of putting his input. Maybe Puff really felt like that. That, yo, you need to write it over. You need to write it over. And to me, I'm like, the third time you wrote over was just as good as the first time. But then when it comes out and it sells 4 million, that's just like, I told you, I told you that third time was the one. I heard it. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't feel away. I was happy for my. I'm not one of them that be hating my. I just, if I can get a turn, I can get a turn. I'm not a just like be hating because my man is on. It's for me to figure out how to get my bread and use the opportunity that he gives me, if he ever did give me opportunity, which he did, to take that opportunity to go to the next level, Look, you got to think about this, right? Or if Mase introducing me to Biggie, I'm here right now because I took every opportunity to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. I had to double back one time when my deal went bad at Epic, and then I had another friend in the business at that time named Dame Dash. And Dame Dash gave me one opportunity, and I took that opportunity. And I flipped it and flipped it and flipped it and flipped it. And that's it. I don't really hate on nobody. I take my opportunities and I look forward and try to make the best for me moving forward. But no, to answer your question, no.
Yeah, I wanted to be clear about that question because Mase had nothing to do with that. But I was just saying, I remember you was telling me when they were shooting the Been Around the World video, you like, damn, man, I wanted to get in that. It's not in Mace's control to do certain things, because I'm sure Mase would have put you on his first album. I mean, and I'm sure Puff knew that you could rap. You know what I mean? That's why I was asking you about Puff. Not this ain't got nothing to do with Mase, because it was out of his hands. That's why I was asking you. So it wasn't about you hating on what Mase was doing.
Most people wait for the perfect moment, but the real winners build wealth from imperfect situations. What stands out to me in this story from Cameron is not drama. It's discipline, it's mindset, and it's the ability to stay focused when the spotlight is not on you. A lot of artists today talk about being overlooked. They talk about not getting their fair treatment. But very few of those artists turn that into a long-term strategy that actually creates real wealth. Look at how Cameron speaks about Mase. There's no bitterness there at all. There's no blame. And that's rare in this music industry, especially when you are close to success and you feel like you should have been in that room. Instead of hating on Mase, he studied the process. He watched how those records were made. He saw how Diddy pushed Mase for perfection. And that's a masterclass in itself right there. And here's where I think a lot of people miss the bigger picture. The music industry is not just about your talent. It's about positioning. It's about your patience. And it's about knowing when to move and when to wait. Cam didn't get everything he wanted early on, but he stayed close enough to the game to learn how it really works. Then you bring in legends like Dame Dash. This is where things shift from music to business. One opportunity changed everything for Cameron. But let's be real. It was not just the opportunity. It was what he did with the opportunity. See, a lot of people get chances, but very few of those people multiply those chances. That flipping mindset he talks about is something you see in every high-level entrepreneur. You take one win and you turn it into 3 more. Then you turn that into 10. And that's how you build real money in this game. Not necessarily fast money, not viral money, but real wealth that lasts forever. And this is why I respect that approach. He never framed himself as a victim during that time. Even when deals went bad, even when doors didn't open, he treated every situation like a step forward. And that's a completely different mindset from what we see online today, where everybody wants instant success. And here's a quick business fact for y'all. In the music industry, artists who own their masters can earn significantly more money over time than those who only rely on upfront deals. Now, that one concept alone separates short-term success from long-term wealth. And when you listen to stories like this, you start to see why ownership and leverage matter so much. I also think there's something deeper here about relationships in the game. Mase introduced him to Biggie. Dame Dash gave him a real shot. And those moments matter. But they only matter if you're ready for the opportunity. If you're not prepared, the opportunity passes you by. And it's as simple as that in this game. So let me ask you all this. Do you think Cameron would have reached the same level of success without the early influence of Mase and the later opportunities from Dame Dash? And let's be honest, if you were in that position, would you have stayed patient like Cameron did? Or would you have handled that situation with Diddy a lot differently? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.